God continues to bless you. God continues to bless you, everyone. God continues to bless you. The Creator continues to bless all of us in this life. This morning, I came to share a word with all of us, and it's a word that I want us to take up there to think of. Um, Today, I'm going to share about a certain mysterious way of doing things, and that is to talk about the crash that just happened on the 6th of August. That was just last Wednesday. The helicopter that crashed into that forest in Ghana. Uh, to be honest, I asked myself a lot of questions. I asked myself a lot of questions, and I asked the Creator, the one we have believed, the one that created all things and created human beings and caused wisdom and abilities, talents and gifts for people. I've been asking questions. You know, many years ago when Miles Moreau and his wife had a plane crash and perished, I began to ask myself questions. And then some pastors in Ghana whose children have died. We have heard stories where Christians had been involved in very terrible accidents. And I ask myself questions every now and then. When Dr. Miles Moreau and his wife had the plane crash, obviously, I was confused and asked, why was it so? Because they were not going to do any other thing, but they were traveling to go and preach. Recently, a certain medical consultant who was a very close friend passed away. She had cancer and passed away. I couldn't control myself. I wept bitterly because I couldn't imagine why such a beautiful woman, very intelligent, and was saving people from all sort of diseases, should pass away. It really beat my imagination. And I asked myself questions. Ladies and gentlemen, where is that God that we serve? And where is the power that can sustain us? Today, I want to share something with us. And it doesn't matter how you take me and how you understand it. This is a visitation, and this is what I want to put across. Yes, as much as I believe in God, in this life, in this world, God has given authority and power to men. This is my belief. This is my belief, and this is what I think it is. No one has seen God before. No one has seen God before. We only believe that there is an existence of God. How do we know that there is an existence of God? I believe that there is an existence of a creator, someone who created everything we can think of. Everything that we can think of was created by someone. But we have not seen that someone before. No one has seen that one before. We were only born into this life and we came to meet certain things available unto us. And so we have used our eyes, which is the light of the body, to see. The light of the world shines into our eyes, and that causes us to see the things in this life and in this world. There are things that we have seen. There are other things we have not seen, but they are still in existence. There are things we have heard the names, but we have not seen them before. And we believe that they are in existence. How many people have ever traveled into the sea, into the earth crusts, into certain forests, into certain streams and rivers? How many people have traveled in depth to these places? Many people have not. But we have heard names and we've been told certain things that are in existence. Scientists, geographers, zoologists, botanists. You can talk of people who have used instruments to find out certain things in this life. They have used instruments, devices to generate what we cannot see. We have heard the names, but we have not seen them, but they are in existence. And all these things were created by the Creator. But the Creator did not allow man, the physical man, to see all things that he has created. But we were not vulnerable. The reason why we were not vulnerable is because some people have come out to be able to construct or to build certain devices for us to get to know things that the eyes cannot meet, the eyes cannot see, and the things that the ears cannot hear. And all these things were created, these abilities were given to man or humankind to be able to retrieve certain informations that cannot be seen ordinarily. It cannot be seen ordinarily. It cannot meet the eye, just the physical eye. There are things you cannot see. Even where I am seated now, there are things about 100 meters I cannot see. There are tiny things that I cannot see. I cannot use my eyes to see. There are things that I cannot hear from other countries. There are things that I cannot use my eyes to see from other countries. But human beings have built things so that Those things can retrieve what cannot meet the eye immediately and what cannot be heard immediately by the ear. Devices have been created. Devices have been created. Human beings have built devices so that in order for you to hear or to see, not necessarily using your eyes immediately to see, but you can use the devices to bring those things to life. Why am I saying all these things? I am saying all these things for us to go into deeper and deeper digging and to do things that will help us to overcome certain things in this world. To overcome certain things in this world. Now, why do we have to have a relationship with the Creator? So that we believe that the Creator, who is able to see things that are beyond the abilities of men, irrespective of the devices that man has been able to create. We want to do things or to have a relationship with this Creator so that he will be able to prompt us, he will be able to tell us, he will be able to retrieve things unto us that are extremely impossible unto us. I'm saying it again. We want to do things, we want to link up with the Creator because there is a Creator that is able to see things and to retrieve things that are beyond the abilities of mankind, irrespective of their devices that are able to do things for us. And so, how do we do this? I don't care whether you are a fetish, whether you are a religious, whether you call saints, whatever you feel you do. I have no business to criticize or to curse you or to say anything, because God, the Creator has given the world and the earth and every part of existence to mankind. The Creator has given this to us. So whatever we can do to reach him and to also to retrieve certain information, for our own good, retrieving certain information for our own good. And in this case, I'm not talking about church. I am talking about how we can have a relationship, a very strong link up with the Creator, whom we feel and believe that can bring certain things to life. The impossibilities that are in the lives of people. So as I'm talking, what is it that I can do so the Creator can reveal tomorrow to me? That the Creator can redeem the time as I live in this life. Because we have heard and we have read that there was a certain prophet called Enoch and Elijah. They did not die. What is it that these people do? What is it that they did, if I should put it that way, that composed them that took them into the heavens, into the skies. Ladies and gentlemen, I have said this before. On the 24th of October, I got up from my bed. And when I got up from my bed, immediately I had a visitation. And when I say I had a visitation, I mean I had a feeling that that day I was going to be involved in an accident. I got up around 6 o'clock in the morning and I felt that I was going to be involved in an accident. I drive a taxi. So I was going to drive the taxi that morning. And so I said to myself, why was I going to be involved in an accident? I began to think. My wife and my children were sleeping then. I didn't know whether I should tell my wife or not. But I said to myself, I was going to pray. That was what I said. I said to myself, I had a solution to avoid this accident. I said to myself, I was going to pray. So the second thought came. And he said, what about if I was going to be involved in an accident and I don't come back home? What was going to be my decision? So I thought I should be, as much as my children know my bank details and few things, my wife also knows few things, but I'm not sure. I mean, if anything should happen, it was going to really favor us. It was going to bring any benefits. So then anything I could do to avoid and to prevent this kind of accident, because I didn't know whether I would be back or not. But I went to the bathroom and I prepared myself, and then immediately I had a notification. Now I saw on my phone that my boss had sent a message that I should come to the office. I was surprised because my boss never calls me as early as that time. He never. Because every Monday we do accounts and whatever. We do all paperwork on Mondays. So I look at the text and my boss said I should come to the office. So when I finished everything, believe you me, not that I forgot, but I didn't want to pray, because normally I pray downstairs, because when I'm praying normally I make noises. So I said I was not going to pray upstairs because I sleep upstairs, but I come down to do prayers and Bible study in the hall. Unfortunately, because my boss had called me, I just dressed up and didn't say any prayer. All that I said was, I will go and listen to my boss, because I was in a hurry to go and listen to my boss. So I didn't pray at all. And straight away, I took my car key and went straight to my boss' office. Lo and behold, when I went, he was there. And we did whatever. It wasn't any serious issue. It wasn't a serious issue at all. But We did whatever we did. And then I came out and sat in my car. And I switched on my phone for business to start. And I got my first passenger. And when I got my first passenger, I went to it was about 12-15 minutes drive to go and pick the passenger to her destination. I did pick the passenger. I got to a crossroad. And when I got to a crossroad, I look left, I look right, I look left. It was a crossroad, so traffic was coming from left and right. Now, because traffic was coming from left and right, I needed to have a total traffic block so that I can enter the main road. The left traffic gave me way, and I was just trying to cross the road. By the time I realized the traffic from right, one young guy sped into my car and crashed the car. So my car was in the midst of the main road. I was so much involved in the accident. Whether you believe this story or not, I was involved in accident that early morning. So from 6 o'clock till about 7:30, the accident that I had a revelation of, I had a feeling of, had already happened. It was just the grace of God. The guy hits my car. I was fortunate that he did not hit my door. He hit because he swerved not to hit my car, but he couldn't control it. So it hit the right wheel and everything was damaged. The car was crashed. I couldn't move. Come and see the traffic left, right. There was a total traffic because of the accident. And we had to call for recovery for them because the car couldn't move again. The car was totally damaged. Now, I am saying all these things to the fact that looking at the helicopter accident, the helicopter crash, the plane crash, is there anything that we can do as individuals? Is there anything? Can we receive the power to change the direction of things in this life? I can say yes. I can boldly say that human beings have been given the power to do whatever it takes for us to prevent some of these things in this life. Yes. Do you know that even the defense minister was a preacher? I'm told he was a preacher man. Dr. Miles Moreau and the rest. What is it that we can do? I cannot tell anybody, but I believe that there are things that people can do to link up with the Creator, the Almighty God, who commands the archangels, all the angels, and the mysterious things that are in this life. The Almighty Creator, who is able to see the end from the beginning. I believe that there are things consistently and continuously human beings will have to do so that we will be protected and delivered. Because I ask myself, those who build the helicopter, those who build the planes, they have put almost everything in place to avoid crashes and accidents. And yet, we are not able to solve some of the problems, some of the crashes. Could it have been avoided? I believe so. I believe so. There are certain things men will have to do, even if the plane is about to take off. What is it that we can do? Can we do certain things that will prevent some of these things? I believe so. I came to announce to all of us, let's not live like people who are not wise. Let's live as people that have the Spirit of God and the power of God. When you are going somewhere and the Spirit is telling you to do A, B, C, don't be shy, don't be afraid. Make sure you do it before you go out or you do whatever this thing that you want to do. If there's a need for you to do it, do it. I believe there are things that we can do in the realms of the Spirit. And I don't feel that we cannot do these things. Because a human being has been given the power and the wisdom to be able to create a device to redeem and to retrieve certain things. What about the realms of the Spirit? What can we do to see and to link up with the Creator to prevent some of these things? It's a shame. I say it's a shame for those who call themselves pastors and prophets to see things and yet cannot do anything about it. It's a shame for you to see something which is bad and going to happen to another human being, and you call for that person to come and see you before. It's a shame. The sorceress, the Simon of sorceress pastors in our time, the Simon the sorcerer, that is the kind of pastors we have in our time. Why do you want to sit down, see something that God, if indeed it is God that has revealed to you, you cannot pray and do something for that individual? You want that person to die, to be in the ditch before you talk about it. That is a shameful behavior. It is a shameful behavior. Let's do whatever is within our powers to protect and to prevent certain things to happen. I leave you with the peace of the Lord, the Creator. God bless you.